Hello, my name is Jose, and I have been living with HIV for 15 years now. Was diagnosed in the year 2010. I was between the ages of 15 and 16. I still have a hard time remembering what exactly it was. I found out while I was living in California. I went to the doctors because I was having side effects or symptoms, and I wasn't sure what was happening. At that time, I was aware that feeling sick, like having the flu, it was not just a common cold. It didn't feel just like a common cold. It was very scary, and I didn't have many supporters, people there to support me to go and ask them. So what I ended up doing is going to public health in the area that I lived in, which was in San Bernardino, California. Then that evidently gave me my results. I did get treated for other things, and that brought a scare at a young age for me to basically wake up a little bit. I was living a life that was pretty reckless for my age. I don't want to blame my parents because they did the best that they could. I took the chances that I had to have fun and run with it. That took me to using drugs. That took me to having sexual encounters with people of many ages. And if it's not obvious, I am an openly gay Latino man. And that obviously gave me a lot of access to people and places that normally a 15, 16, 17-year-old shouldn't be in. So my time with first becoming diagnosed with HIV was very scary, and I actually didn't want to talk about it with anyone. The only person that first knew was my mom, because she was waiting for me outside in the parking lot. Then I went out there, I told her, of course, waterworks, I was crying, she was crying, and as tough people in the area that we're in and the way that we are in our family, we just kept that information hidden. And so that took me 2 years of me hiding that because of shame, because of not being mentally stable, and realizing that where I'm at today, I could have been a lot more empowered and gracious with myself, and I could have been there to support people like myself at that age. And so years gone by, I was introduced to recovery. I was introduced to recovery in my 20s. Now, that didn't mean that I now lived a perfect cookie cutter, rainbows and butterflies kind of life. I still wanted to explore because I was like, heck, I'm still young. Like, I deserve to continue living my youth, continue savoring the things that come my way. A lot of doors were opening for me. And so that brought a lot of fear. And it also brought a lot of opportunities where I took advantage of a lot of people too. And that also taught me a lot of lessons. I learned a lot that, you can't play with people's emotions, whether if I'm under the influence or whether if I'm level-headed and clear-minded, in other words, sober and clean. So today, where I'm at in my life, I live in New York City. I live in Queens, and it's such a beautiful place compared to where I've been before. I experienced having a husband, and that led me to understanding that someone else can finally accept me for who I am. Love and me has always been a fiery tango. Like, I feel like me and love, it's like I love the sting and I love the opportunities to deal with someone and give them me, and allowing them to know that they can have all of me and my vulnerability. HIV is very much that. You're holding on to something that once tormented you, and you're now allowing someone else who, whether they're HIV positive also or negative, And we live in a world today where you have so much medical access now where people can become undetectable, like myself. And you can have people who are on like PrEP, and preventing, them from getting exposure to you. And if they do get exposure, there's also PEP, right? We have all these other things. Wow, if Jose would have known these things when he was younger, I think that he would have been able to be less anxious and be more and just be more light and caring to himself, because like I said, when I first was newly diagnosed, I was scared. I felt like my life expectancy was gonna be very much that. Like the reality, what I heard was you living 10 years and then you're gonna deteriorate. So today I'm letting you know that I was diagnosed in 2010. I am in 2025 now, almost 2026. And it's been very exciting to know that I can look in the mirror and I don't see HIV. What does that even look like, right? And I just feel like I am living a life that is beyond my wildest dreams. I have to give a lot of gratitude to my higher power, to give all gratitude to people who are in the medical field. I have to give all gratitude to people who are just like me, who have shown me that they are brave, they're courageous, and that they have fun. That they are allowed to have fun, whether they're in recovery just like me, or they're living their lives. Because what I did while I was under the influence with drugs, that was a shame, and that's something that I carry. But today I am able to say that with recovery doesn't mean I have to punish myself. It means healing, it means growth, and it means that I can look at myself with resilience, or tell myself that I'm a resilient person. Today, I am so happy to be here and to continue this journey, and I encourage you to check out HIVstopswithme.org, where you can see all the other spokesmodels. We have elevated and grown over the years, so thank you.